What it do? What it do? What it be? Let me turn this down a hair. I feel like it might be a little loud, maybe. I don't know. A public ideology. I know. It's been a while. Ron Perlman is a gangster. Yes, he is, dude. Just straight up. I don't know how smart it is for him. I mean, whatever. I ain't weeping no tears for the exec that he pretty implicitly threatened the life of. I mean, it was in response to that exec threatening the lives and livelihood of the strikers, so. Greetings from your one Jamaican fan. Oh, bless up to the Most High. Sorry, that's offensive. We can't do that anymore. Wait, I missed that. We can take a look at it, honestly, if you want. Just Ron Perlman getting pretty fucking aggressive. I'm sure we'll probably watch this on fucking Onion Nuggets too. I just want to see if I can just find the video. Just want somebody to have uploaded the goddamn video. There it is. Okay. Let me share this tab instead. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. You guys should be able to hear this. So this is just Ron. So this is Ron Perlman in response to a studio exec who said, basically, like, we're just going to starve them out. Like, we're going to starve the writers and actors out until they can't afford their mortgages and their rent payments and can't afford to eat and all that shit. And so here's Hellboy / the world, the war never changes guy.
But I will say one thing before I get off this. The motherfucker who said we're going to keep this thing going until people start losing their houses and their apartments. Listen to me, motherfucker. There's a lot of ways to lose your house. Some of it is financial. Some of it is karma. And some of it is just figuring out who the fuck said that. And we know who said that. And where he fucking lives. There's a lot of ways to lose your house. You wish that on people. You wish that families starve while you're making $27 fucking million a year for creating nothing. Be careful, motherfucker. Be really careful. Because that's the kind of shit that stirs shit up. Peace out.
Fuck, dude. Imagine getting put on notice like that, bro. And I got a feeling that Ron Perlman isn't one of those fucking... Now, maybe I don't know. I don't really know much about Ron Perlman outside of the movies. But I want to say that I've got a pretty decent read on Ron Perlman. And I think he's a movie star that ain't really from that movie star type of mentality. You know what I mean? Something tells me Ron Perlman has whooped some asses in his day. Cracked a head here and there, you know? So I might be wrong about that. Yeah. Something tells me. You never do quite know about things like that, but something tells me. Yeah. Something tells me he's in that kind of like Danny Trejo kind of past, you know? Like might be a movie star or whatever, but I've done some shit in 200,000 BC. You say, well, I mean, the fact that he kind of looks cavemanish really kind of lends itself to that for me, you know? Seems pretty gruff and tough. Yeah, you do. You do seem pretty gruff and tough. Perlman is international. Yeah, like I said, I'm just an assumption. Oh, got a little Downey Jr. in us. Yeah. Thought for too long Ted Danson was Hellboy. Really? I mean, I don't know. I don't think he looks a whole lot like Ron Perlman. But whatever. It's hard to tell with that makeup, I guess. The Hellboy suit. That has to be one of the most uncomfortable looking suits in movie history. Like, there's very few other people that I think have worked that hard with that much prosthesis on their face. Because his whole fucking teeth were replaced, like not replaced, but he had like a guard in his mouth to give him them big fucking Hellboy teeth. It's top to bottom red. Had them big old horns and shit. The most impressive performance by somebody that was done up like that in prosthetics, like practical prosthetics, has got to be Darkness and Legend, that movie Legend from the 80s. Yeah, the fish actor guy, though, he didn't have to. I mean, he definitely had an expressive performance, not to undercut it, but he didn't have lines and shit, like he got to kind of ride on that. You're talking about Abe Sapien. Yeah. No, I agree. Both of those. I thought you were talking about the dude in the Shape of Water. Jim Carrey in both The Grinch and The Mask come to mind. Both of those were real super heavy prosthetic. Is it too late in the stream to say hi? No, it's fine, dude. It's fine. We're all among internet acquaintances here. Same actors. Yeah. The guy that played Abe Sapien. Isn't he he's like some kind of like fucking acrobat, right? It's a super physical performance. And I think if I'm not mistaken, somebody else does the voice of Abe Sapien. He just lip syncs to it. Dude, Hellboy 2 is such a fucking great movie. The first one is good, but man, that second movie fucking shines, dude. What was the story in the original Tin Man from The Wizard of Oz? Didn't the skin paint make him sick? I think the type of paint they used had lead in it or whatever the fuck. Or it just wasn't like, skin contact rated or whatever like the shit is now, probably. So I had one topic I wanted to talk about tonight. It's just something that's been like kicking around in my head, and I don't know that I've explored this this angle of politics before. I guess participatory politics. And I think that the reason for that is because it's just kind of like a mindset that's pretty innate to me. And maybe I presume that people kind of think from that perspective and make their decisions considering it. And the more I think about it, especially and I'm not trying to I'm older than you, but I just think it's a generational difference. I think that younger people are more apt to kind of do this. And I know I've talked about aspects of this before. But no remake of The Fly, dude. No. Yeah, I think I've talked about aspects of this before. Anyway, so I catch a lot of flack for my anti lesser of two evils, anti vote blue no matter who rhetoric. And there is a thought process behind it that goes a little bit beyond just stating my opinion. And that thought process is this, and I wish I could be more succinct with it, but you're gonna have to walk through. I'm gonna have to meander my way through it. I was raised amongst union people, inherently political people. It's one of the reasons why I think I care as much as I do about politics. Because make no bones about it, you can really get lost in the sauce thinking that there's just a whole fuck ton preponderance of people who care a lot about politics, but there is a huge group of people of all ages that couldn't give a fuck about politics. They don't read the news. They don't bother fucking informing themselves. They don't follow any aspect of it. Couldn't care less. And I think one of the reasons why I do is because I was raised in a very political household. And one of the kind of things that I learned, and not even really like being directly taught it. I don't think anybody ever like, hey, come here, little Polish, sit on my knee and let me tell you how democracy works. I don't remember ever having that conversation with anybody. But I think I just picked up by osmosis, just listening to all the adults in my life as I grew up. This idea of playing your cards close to your chest politically. In other words, knowing when and how to announce what you intend to do with your vote. And I think that this actually matters now more than it ever has because of social media. The internet has provided a highway directly to your opinion. And I think one of the things people don't think about when they're taking a position like vote blue no matter who and loudly proclaiming it every day on their social media and sometimes having these posts that blow up and a bunch of other people attach themselves to it. I don't know if they think about the fact that these political parties are watching. Okay? This is what you're doing is you're providing them basically free polling data. Okay? Does that make sense? You are offering them free polling data on who you intend to vote for. And this shit starts to get announced way before it did in the past. I mean, it's been years and years of vote blue no matter who. I'm voting for Biden in the next election. I don't give a fuck. And it's not your intention to do that bothers me. It's the fact that people are so fucking ignorant of the fact that they're being like, they're just giving these people an excuse to not even offer anything. Think about it. It is so popular right now on social media for people to just out and out say, like, I don't give a fuck. I'm voting for Biden no matter what, especially if it comes down to Biden and Trump. I don't even really care, dude. Yeah, Biden kind of sucks, but I'm voting for him anyway. I know it can feel really good to do that and to get props from people like, hell yeah, dude, me too. Fuck Trump. Like look, I've had tweets or whatever that have blown up a little bit, and I know that like little fucking satisfying dopamine hit you get when people think like you know, and announce it. But think about what because what does that message say to the DNC? It says, wow, here's a tweet that blew up. Fucking here's at least a couple of thousand people that ran across this tweet that are saying, hell yeah, dude, I intend to vote for Joe Biden no matter what. So we don't really have to fucking promise them anything. Like, we don't even really have to run a campaign that is anything other than we've got to defeat Trump. We don't have to fucking bother with this Medicare for all shit. Or if we do, it's quiet so that we can just kind of like not do it when the time comes. They're using this shit, like, make no bones about it. I don't care who you are. If you think that like your social media life is not being intensely scrutinized by both sides of the political aisle, you're fucking like sorely misinformed. And what's the outcropping of that? You're basically giving away your one way to pressure these politicians. Instead of saying, I'm undecided. I'm waiting to hear the platforms of these people, and I'm going to vote, whichever way I think is offering me the best thing. And here are the things I care about. Haven't heard enough from Biden on Medicare for all. Haven't heard a timetable on a $15 minimum wage. I haven't heard a timetable on a more humane immigration policy. I haven't heard a timetable on real, genuine climate action. I haven't heard a timetable, and I'm waiting to hear about these things. Whatever your fucking big 2-3 issues are. Instead of doing that, so that when they go look, oh, here's a tweet that blew up mentioning Biden. Oh, it says that this person is totally undecided and they're not going to fucking, they're not going to make their mind up until Biden gets out in front of this climate shit. This is one of the only ways to exercise your power, in my mind, in our current quote unquote democratic voting system. I feel like the people that reach the top of that voting system are about as rigged can get. But when it comes to like, what do we have to run on? What do we have to promise these people in order to secure their votes? That's one place where you could choose. I'm going to play my cards close to my chest. Yeah, look, dude, inside and maybe even amongst my friends and shit in person, vote blue no matter who, dude. Of course. There's no fucking way I'm throwing my vote away on a third party candidate or whatever, or voting for Trump. Like, it's Biden. I'm not saying you don't hold that position. I'm saying maybe you withhold that position until it gets closer to the election. You're not wrong, Paul. I don't think abstaining really sends that message either. The way I think you do that is not admissible in public discourse and likely not in keeping with pacifism. Right. Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. That's why I said, it's important to not just be like, I don't care. No, they're not looking at that. If you don't care, they're not trying to make you care. It's, yeah, I'm going to vote, but I'm not going to sit here and tell you who. I haven't heard enough from these candidates. I haven't seen the debates. I haven't heard any policy stump speeches that have fucking wowed me yet. And here's my pet issue. It's like, that's an aspect of this that I don't think gets talked about. And I think it's fundamental to how I present myself politically. Now, I'm not putting on a show for you guys, but I'm also not telling you who I'm voting for if I decide to vote. You know what I mean? my opinions are as presented. You know, I think that there's such an infinitesimally small difference between the two parties that my vote is utterly wasted. And in fact, I feel dirty casting it because it's like, you know, voting for your oppressor and shit. Like I've told you guys, you know how I feel about that shit. But if I should decide to vote, you guys ain't going to hear about it. I'm not going to be all over social media with my fucking vote blue no matter who sticker. Fuck that. I get the logic, but I think it underestimates how insidious the data gathering on people is. Cambridge Analytica swayed the. No, I understand. That's what I'm saying. That all of that was tuned in with the fucking internet. Like all of that was they used other people's data to design those misinformation campaigns and those attempts to subvert the vote and shit. Like they didn't just throw it out there in a vacuum. They're looking at what you're talking about and what you care about. You know, I don't know. It's just it's one of those things that I feel like it's the whole kind of like online political community has it just doesn't. I'm not saying they don't know it. I don't think I'm like spitting any kind of fucking wisdom from the top of the mountain here. I'm just saying I think it matters less than getting that dopamine hit of knowing that there are people out, just a whole fuck ton of people out there that are shouting it from the rooftops along with you. And I don't think that dopamine hit is worth the one pressure point that you have on a politician, especially during the primaries and lead up to these elections. Why are you giving away free polling data, dude? Like, I get it. You plan to vote for Biden. I get it. You think that voting for Biden is the only way to protect trans people. Cool. Why are you giving that information away before Biden makes a, you don't care about climate change at all? You're cool with no movement on that. Not even a promise. You're cool with the American fucking medical system, the insurance system, the way it is. You don't want Medicare for all at all as a leftist? If so, then why are you telling them they may as well leave it off their fucking platform because you plan to vote for them fucking 3 years ago? Before the primary season even fucking cranked up. They've already had you pulled out. You feel like our modern form of social media activism is pretty sad and pathetic? No, I think it's actually pretty fucking useful. Like I think it can definitely be useful getting like-minded people in the same room. I find that there's value to the kind of debates that go on from time to time. Like most debates don't end with one of the parties changing their mind, you know. That's not really the function of debate. Debate is meant to get inside the heads of the people viewing it and give them the chance to reflect on something that they may not agree with. And I think that, you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes on with regards to social media and just the internet in general that I think are real like boons. But this is one area that I think really needs to be thought about. I mean, I don't think people are going to shut up about who they vote for, but I just wonder, like, I'm totally with you on that. Our 6 month. I really don't think that this is going to take off, at least not currently. Like maybe a generation down the line, people will get wise to this shit and realize that like giving away your intentions before there's anything even put on the table for you, other than just the bare bones basics of not Trump, is probably a pretty bad way of reforming a fucking political party from the inside out, which is really like what a lot of these vote blue people advocate for. You know, so you're not really putting any pressure on these people to, you know, step outside of the fucking Overton window on any of these issues. I think that's an aspect of it because you really are. You're just giving them free ongoing polling. Just an ongoing, anytime they want to check it, polling data on what you're going to do. And they can compare that against their fucking promises and see where they pick up. You're letting them know, like, oh, it ain't worth it to go to this state. Look how many people in this state are just fucking on board already. You know? The masses are never going to get wise. I don't know. Polling data is nothing. You're wrong, dude. I'm sorry, origin of language, but you're wrong. Polling data is not like the golden ticket, but it's incredibly important to crafting political platforms. Incredibly important. They wouldn't pay for these polls to be done. They pay out the ass. You realize these campaigns pay big fucking money for these phone bank polls and shit. I'm not talking about necessarily the way the polls are presented by the media, because in that case, I do agree with you. The media will cherry pick these certain polls or whatever to create a narrative. That's what happened in fucking 2016. That's one of the reasons Hillary lost, is because these fucking news agencies were so used to cherry picking poll data, and they created this invincibility, narrative around the Clinton campaign. And Trump waltzed right in the back door and said, "What's up, bitch?" Dropped his tiny little orange pecker on the fucking podium, like. So, yeah, no, I agree with you there. The way that polls are presented by the media is not worth a fucking shit. But make no bones about it, they use that data. And they're living in probably their favorite era ever because they don't have to pay for your Twitter bullshit. They don't have to pay for your comments on YouTube videos. They don't have to pay for your Facebook posts, your umpteenth Facebook post announcing you're going to vote blue no matter who. Like that's like a gift for them. Sure, it'll work for crafting a campaign, but it's not going to get voted in office. Well, yeah, that's my whole contention. My whole contention is this is how they build their platform. This is how they know what to say and what to promise and what's going to have to see movement if they hope to fucking continue to win elections. It's polling data. Period. I really agree with TJ's video. I didn't vote in the last 2 election cycles because there's no candidate I really agree with. I mean, that's the very reason I haven't voted since the first Obama presidency, and why I don't plan to. Like, I mean, there are definitely other reasons for that. And you guys have heard me talk about those, but ultimately that's what's at the heart of it. I look at Joe Biden and I see a crusty, old, rich motherfucking vampire that's going to rape the world while it's burning and laugh his way to the bank while doing it. All the while propping up his shitty fucking friends and political allies and shit. That's just not, like, that's not a friend of mine. So I'm not going to lay down my vote for that. Now, my California ass vote doesn't matter anyway. But you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing, is like, none of the people that are harping at you to vote, Well, maybe some of them will. But a lot of them will just admit that you're right on that shit. Yeah, Biden is a total corporate fucking sellout. He's a segregationist. He's the author of the fucking horribly racist crime bill that saw an entire generation and going of black men locked up. I mean, this guy is not a friend to the fucking people. This guy killed the fucking rail strike. He's not on your side. He's, and like, I'm not voting for him. I don't think he's going to benefit anyone. Anyone that I give a fuck about. I know people who actually simp for Biden. It's sad. I mean, that is the ultimate sad to me. Because just like, man, if you're gonna fucking back what you say, because like you just put your ear to the ground and listen. I know it's like pushed off like it was a joke, like it was just memes, but this whole bully Biden thing, it wasn't presented as a joke or as a fucking meme in the lead up to the last election cycle. It was actual tactics that were being expressed. It was like, look, we just get him in there. And look, I've heard it before. I've heard it pretty much every electoral cycle of my life, to be honest with you. Let's get the Democrat in there. Then we really turn the screws. It's like, you don't turn the screws by just sucking Biden's dick day in and day out, man. That's a weird way of turning the screws. I mean, that's another reason I'm not going to vote for him ass either, or fucking Trump. It's like these people are fucking demented old men. No joke. No hyperbole. Like, both Trump and Biden are in the early to early mid stages of fucking dementia, from what I can see. He authored the bill to make selling water bongs illegal. It put Chong in prison. See? I'm going to assume that's true because it sounds like something Biden's fucking bitch ass would do. Biden called black men in the inner cities super predators. You guys ever seen that clip? He's a racist. He's a dusty, old, musty, racist, sexist, fucking relic of the past, dude. And he's lost about a quarter of his mind, from what I can tell. Like, I'm not voting for that. Sorry. Not gonna happen, man. You gotta at least give me a decent fucking person with a good head on their shoulders, and at least somebody that, their past tells me they have some kind of intent of fighting for the fucking working person and the immigrant and the minority. Joe opposed free school busing in southern states. I mean, come on, dude. He's too old. He's too infirm, and he's too entrenched in the back. He's in the back pockets of too many banking entities, too many weapons entities, too many oil entities. Really shows the devolution of politics, at the very least. With Obama, there was some charisma. Yeah. I mean, that's what sucked me into the Obama campaign, the first cycle of Obama. I was like, holy shit. This dude's got a head on his shoulders. He seems passionate. He's got a history of community organizing. Smoked weed in college. Like, this looks like the most normal motherfucker that's ever run for the presidency. And holy shit, I think he might actually have a chance to make some fucking real substantive, to be a leader in a time where we need real substantive change on these issues. And he just immediately settled right into the fucking oligarch chair and governed like a fucking just nutless, gutless coward. And I'm just not doing it anymore, dude. I just won't. I watched the one candidate since Obama that I think even had a flicker of a fucking chance of getting Medicare for all pushed through in some form, or at least making inroads on it. I watched Bernie Sanders get dunked on by the DNC, not once, but twice. And I love the people that fucking carry the water for the DNC and say, they didn't do anything. Bernie lost fair and square. You fucking simps, dude. You fucking simps. Bernie was fucking hornswoggled twice. Dude, just saying that, and I'll be labeled like, oh, you just disaffected Bernie, bro. It's like, yeah, why aren't you? Why are you sucking up to Jim Crow Joe, the demented old fucking racist that gave a eulogy at a fucking KKK Grand Dragon's funeral, called black people super predators, and authored a bill that saw a fucking generation of black men locked up for bullshit behind the criminalization of fucking marijuana. Not even a fucking tiptoe step in the right direction when it comes to the fucking insurance problem. Not even a tiptoe of a step in the right direction when it comes to fucking oil companies sucking the world dry and destroying it while they go. Just a quiet acceptance of Trump era border policy. Ugh. Get this motherfucker off the screen. His crusty lipped ass. Get him out. Yeah, I know. Gross. Just came out of nowhere, man. Holy shit. I didn't do it on purpose. A stupid fucking cam studio fucking bullshit decides to just change the picture. Hey, you shut up, Cole C. All right. You just stop digging, man. You're not gonna find nothing. It's not Cam Studio. What the fuck is it that I use? Manny Cam. That's what I use. Dun dun dun. But anyway. Oh shit, this is public. You fool. How many people does Pessimist Productions employ? We've got 100 Asian people in a sweatshop working around the clock. I mean, they get as few breaks as we can possibly get away with getting them. And that's all I'll say on that subject. Legitimately not used to public ideology anymore. Oh. Yep. Johnny is paid in ramen. He gets a bonus of a single slice of chashu pork around Christmas every year if we don't hear any complaints. Would you rather be bipolar than just depressed? Nah. No. I've got depressed figured out. As tough as it is, I've lived my whole fucking adult life with it. In fact, since I was about 11, I would say I've lived with my particular blend of mental problems, and I think I've learned to navigate them. I wouldn't want to get a new one. Do you feel like depression makes you see the world more clearly? I don't think that it looms over every view that I have. One of the downsides to sharing publicly, about your mental illness is that there are a group of people who will just kind of disingenuously and in really bad faith immediately blame any contrary opinion you have to their opinion on your mental illness. You'll find it in any comment section on any of our videos that get political. Just like, Paul's problem is he's just so depressed and pessimistic, and I understand, man. I dealt with depression too, but man, this guy's just like, his whole political view is nothing but depression. And it's just like really fucking patronizing and really cheap. I don't think depression looms over my every action and word. But I think most egregiously, it doesn't make me see myself clearly. And I think that a lot of depressives would agree with that. It's really less about the world and more about how you view yourself within it. They go for any weakness. Well, in this case, it's just a erroneously perceived weakness. I wouldn't share a fucking syllable about my mental illness if I gave a fuck what Kumquat 76 or whatever has to say about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at least grounded enough to know that I trust maybe a handful of people throughout my history with any kind of opinion or insight on my mental problems. There might be 5 fucking people that know me well enough to say peep about it. And if you're not one of those people, and let me give you a hint, chances are you're not. Like, you got a very low chance of being one of those people. You better know me personally and know me well. Then, your opinion on my fucking mental problems and how you apply it in order to win an argument in your mind is about as worrisome to me as a rainy day. Would you take Jason's criticism to heart? Jason. Oh, yeah. No, not Jason. I would definitely listen to him more likely than I would listen to the rest of this chat. But that would be with a pinch of salt. Yeah, just one of those things, man. It's one of the narratives that I noticed cropping up pretty heavily in our Dylan Burns video. Sometimes I'll scroll through those and I'll go like, how long am I going to scroll until somebody blames my depression? Let's say I didn't have to scroll very far and was able to keep scrolling and keep finding it. It wasn't everybody, but man, that's a popular fallback. This dude doesn't agree with me politically. Must be because he's so depressed. Like, whatever, dude. Whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do so that you're the ultimate win guy in your mind and I'm the ultimate lose guy because I disagree with you. Whatever you got to do, bro. Who cares if they say that? Not me. But I do like to see how long it's going to take for it to devolve into, total and utter backwards bullshit. Doomer.
The problem is he's just too depressed to actually see this issue clearly.
Some fucking 20-year-old in their mom's fucking basement, dude. Some fucking 22-year-old kid who just started poli-sci this year. You know what I mean? Like, whatever, dude. What I'm saying is I don't think there's a lot of mental health professionals in the audience. Not trying to poop on anybody, but really enjoyed the last Onion Nuggets. You didn't seem depressed to me. I wasn't, actually. I went on and on with TJ off the show in between the fucking Onion Nuggets and the sloppy seconds and shit. I was just like, man, that's the best time I've had in a while. I really enjoyed that talk. It didn't get to the point of screaming and yelling and name calling and shit. And there were some pretty heavy disagreements. And, I definitely fucking give a little bit more weight to, Dylan's assessment of the situations based on him being there and literally nobody else that does this or hardly anybody else that takes his tact actually live there, travel there. I had a great time with that, dude. But you read the comment section and you're going to find at least fucking 5 or 6 internet MDs, Optimism without proper planning is ignorance. Yes. It's hard to find good faith interlocutors for a discussion. When did we start talking like fucking data? Like, when did that become the meme of the day, dude? Because I see that shit everywhere, dude. Everybody's talking like data from the next generation. Lieutenant Data, what's your take on the subject? Well, Captain, I find that it's often very hard to find good faith interlocutors in these. No, I'm just fucking with you, dude. It's just one of those things that kind of, kind of sticks out like a sore thumb to me. It's not just you, trust me. It's definitely a thing. Everyone talks like Showdown, yeah. Now, Showdown was way more informal, dude. It's definitely Data. Data or maybe Spock. Try not to stick out, but either my anxiety or other things get the better of me. Don't worry about it. Leave your anxiety at the door. Nobody here knows you well enough to really judge you. Take comfort in that, if nothing else. Boy, Jason was coming at me with some anime lines once upon a time. Oh yeah, no, he's a big fucking anime dork. And we used to joke back and forth constantly about weeby shit. I think he was the one that taught me Omae wa mu shinderu. He would say that shit when we were playing fucking Dota and stuff. Omae wa mo shinderu. Captain, there is a good faith interlocutor hailing the ship. On screen. Hello, unidentified vessel. This is the USS Enterprise. Good faith interlocution. Guilty of using obscure. It's not even really, those aren't really obscure words. It's just like the sentence structure is very formal, you know? It's like how I would talk if I was talking to like a panel of professors, you know, that were about to debate whether or not my PhD would go through. You know what I mean? Like, you know, yeah, I'm in the last stage of PhD candidacy, and all these I might say good faith interlocutor, you know, like I might, but in some fucking fat old stoners chat, the chance of me saying good faith interlocutor, man, not I, McFly. I'm a little too blue collar for that. Was raised just a little too salty for that. You know what I'm saying? Well, pessimistic, depressive attitude seems to make you advocate for not giving people being genocided in front of NATO. Bruh. All right. Whatever you say, bro. Why don't you just like take it to the comment section over there? There's plenty of people waiting to read another one of those. What's my most conservative view? The two guys kissing is gay. And I don't care who knows it. I see two dudes kissing. That shit is gay, bro. That's as conservative as I get. All marriage is gay marriage. Dude. Paul, I never kissed one of the homies platonically. I mean, you know, a bro job is different, you know, because that's just like, that's, you close your eyes and just pretend, you know. Like a kiss, you got to lean in on that shit. That's gay. Any chance of you doing another chat with Vosh? I mean, I think TJ would probably have a better line to Vosh, and I'm totally for it. I'm not gonna fucking knock the doors down for it or whatever, but if he wants to come on, fuck yeah, dude. Why the fuck not? Something tells me it'll be a little saltier than the Dylan Burns talk was. But I think Vosh and I might be just two kind of guys that are like oil and water, because he's very much good faith interlocutor, my dude. And I'm not, you know, I'm not that. I feel that blue collar, golden collar difference, you know. Bosch doesn't much care for you. I mean, be honest with you, I don't really much care for him. Like, I don't think Vosh would be a dude that I would call up and be like, "Hey, bro, want to go get a beer? Want to come over and smoke a fat doobie?" And you know, like it's just not. And I don't think he'd do that for me either. But I'm willing to fucking I'm willing to holler back and forth with the guy. Vosh tips his wick on interlocuting. I bet he does, dude. Let me give you a bullet pointed reason why you should let me into your pants. I bet he does dip his wick off that fucking shit, dude. Did you guys dip your wick after the Dylan talk? I mean, I don't kiss and tell, Condo Paul. But let's just say that wicks were dipped. All right. Cockatoo in sunglasses. Hello. Excuse me, my dude. Are the material conditions in your pants such that it would allow me to dip my wick? Could we interlocute about the possibility of me dipping my wick pending the material conditions in your pants, my guy? Whatever, dude. Bosch knows you insulted him behind his back and made a video reacting to it and said he won't be nice if you debate him again. Oh, no. My dude. My guy, no. He's going to use the F word with me, isn't he? He might even call me an R slur. What am I going to do, man? If only I was born in the 80s and a teenager in the 90s, you know? I might have a skin thick enough to dodge a few fucks and retards. Maybe even the C word. Oh, shit, my guy. My dude. Don't even fucking say it'll go that bad. Not the C word, man. Oh, shit. Wash is going to call Paul a bad faith interlocutor, and his chat will erupt with W and Pog. That sounds about right. Bunch of Pepes. Bunch of Pog champs. Shoo doo 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 doo. Some keks. And then when I talk, what does it say in the chat? Take the L, LMAO. Probably something like that, right? Oh my fucking God, I can't even with this guy. I bet there'd be quite a few of those. Paul needs to learn how to take the L. SMH. Oh shit. Chat's got Paul on the ropes. Oh, a left, a right, a flurry of jabs. Oh, that's a yikes, my guy. Oh, oh shit. Retarded looking Pepe. Pepega. Isn't that what they call him? Pepega. No! Oh, fuck. Oh. Hold this L, dumbass. Ah! Oh. I forgot I was subscribed to this guy, LMAO. Time to unsub. Oh, shit. He's weaving. Giga cringe. He's out. The champ's gone down. 1, 2. Will he get up? 3. Whatever, man. I'm sure that shit is way fucking depressing for like a millennial to look at when they're chatting, but for me, I just bask in that shit, bro. Shit, that's a fucking breezy day for me. Holy shit. I wish I could have taken you to fucking high school with me one day. I think you'd probably be a lot harsher if you're trying to get me to feel bad about myself. He's gonna do it, dude. L plus ratio. Oh, they're hitting him while he's down. Somebody get control in there in the ring. How they live vicariously through their favorite debate bros is really sad, dude. Some of the comments on the Dylan Burns shit, you can tell that's exactly what's going on, dude. It's just like I'm going to type a comment that's filled with an argument that Paul or TJ didn't even make. And then I'm going to go on in that comment to talk about how Dylan expertly dismantled it. Just like, huh? Like one of the big things I saw in those comment sections were Paul literally said, I'm older than you, so I know more. And if you go back, that's 100% not what I said. 100% couldn't be actually farther from what I said. I said, living through the last fucking 20 years as an adult would probably like be pretty formative in, you know, having an opinion. And it's not really something you can study out of a book. You know, that's not saying like, I'm old, so you're dumb. But I mean, go to those fucking chat sections, and that's what's that's the vicarious ponage that I'm getting. They say oof too. Yeah, oof for sure. Well, people don't listen, like especially in like the hardcore debate bro community. It's not about listening. It's literally like a wrestling match. Like I remember me and my friends being like that with wrestling. Like all of us knew it was pretty fake, you know, like all of us knew there was no real consequence going on, but man, if we weren't simping for our favorite wrestlers, you know, and that's just what's replaced the WWE is debate bros, you know, like, dude, fucking Mankind beat The Rock's ass. What? Dude, The Rock fucking totally won. Yeah, but Mankind actually pinned him.
Dude, he fucking cheated, bro. He had to pull out a fucking chair to do it, and I think Rock handled it fucking great. He was up out of the ring after the 3 count. It's not like they carried him off on a stretcher. Dude, that's such fucking cope, dude. Mankind totally fucking dismantled every move, and the fact that you don't see that just lets me know that you're a total fucking Mankind simp, dude. What, dude? Were you even watching the same fucking...
You know what I mean? It's the same shit. That's not what debate has come to. That's always been what debate have been to the small-minded and the ill-informed. To the small-minded and ill-informed, it's
me agree with this guy, so him win.
You know, I mean, it's been like that since the fucking dawn of debate, dude. It ain't nothing new.
This guy agree with me, so other guy dumb as fuck. Other guy lose.
The Hitchens debates were really good. Yeah, but you ever read the comment section on one?
Christopher Hitchens ponage, LMAO.
You know, just like, okay, all right, dude. I agree, by the way. I think Christopher Hitchens pwned in most of his debates, but come on, bro. I mean, debate is definitely different when you're in the audience for a live debate versus like in a live stream chat. You know what I mean? That's the dumbs. The dumbs are very reluctant to actually go and sit quietly and do anything. But if they can like listen to baby metal and, you know, like fucking grind to RuneScape while they're listening to the debate, it's not super hard to type a fucking Pepe in the chat or whatever, you know. Eight Sephora Karens, yeah. Can imagine that job gets you quite a few Karens. I feel like there's a lot of Karens that go in that store. I'm gonna go refill my drink. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. I enjoyed the debate, though. Do you think, Dylan, have you something to think about in regard to the topic? I mean, I think the whole discussion was worthy of thinking about. I wouldn't have had it otherwise. Ever listen to the artist John Mouse? Based on the BRB music you play. I don't really know many synthwave composers by name. But it's definitely a genre that has like a very pleasing vibe to me. What do you think about Israel, Palestine, Bo Burnham, RuneScape, favorite 80s horror movies, and unions? Holy shit, bro. You've said it all. You've said it all, friend. Going on an RV trip. Yeah, I'll believe it when I see it. Any reason you slowed up on the streaming? Genuinely curious, missed the streams. Yeah, I mean, losing my channel was kind of like a kick in the nuts. I really don't get the I really don't get like the itch to do it anymore. It's a blow, dude. I let it roll off, you know, my back to the best of my ability, but you know, you get like I had that channel. I opened that channel in early 2007, and I uploaded pretty fucking routinely to that channel for that amount of time. Oh, you ever come to Australia? I don't know. It's not high on my list. Let's put it that way. Community guideline strikes, they know, droid. I had 2 videos go down, one of them for quote unquote hate speech and the other for medical misinformation. So it was likely just bogus strikes. My thought process is that there was a certain individual behind at least 1 or 2 of the strikes. But yeah, you know, it's one of those things. Got to get that Gene Stealer cult army started. Oh yeah, I know. I'm kind of sad about it because from what I read, they're like one of the more expensive armies to play. And I'm just like, well, of course I'm going to land on one of the armies that's, you know, the hardest to put together, that you got to spend the most fucking goddamn money for. But their aesthetic just fucking does it for me, dude. I love that kind of Mad Max-ish vibe that the whole faction has, you know. I just feel it, dude. The kind of commandeered construction equipment being used as weapons and shit. Have any college degrees? No. I am a 3-time, well, hold on, 4-time college dropout. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That takes commitment. Do you feel this new atheism was ridiculous 10 years ago? No. I mean, I thought some of it was. I mean, we had a meme back then. You guys remember the "in this moment I'm euphoric" meme? It wasn't around from the very beginning, but I definitely like that meme. I found pretty funny because there were some fedora doffin neck bearded cringe lords out there doing the atheism thing, especially like, you know, when it really started, when YouTube started to really take off. That's when the neckbeard community got incredibly huge. Paul, I'm confessing my undying love for you. Oh man, unrequited love. It's a good driver. It's a good if you're a creative person of any stripe, you can use that unrequited love, you know. You have a favorite Primark from 40K? Not really. I don't really like the Space Marines, dude. I think the Space Marines are fucking a bunch of little fuck boys. In this moment, I am euphoric. Not because of any phony god's blessing, but because I'm enlightened by my intelligence. Who'd you romance in Witcher 3? Yennefer, dude. The only option, really. Yennefer or bust, dude. There's no fucking way that copper crotch was getting me, dude. That fucking Ginge. What was her name even? I don't even remember her name. I was like, nope. Yennefer till I die, dude. Am I a sicko for kind of hoping that there was a romance adult Siri option? And you know, I was kind of thinking like maybe, you know, is there a mod? Yeah, never mind. I answered my own question. Paul, no. Yeah, like a Game of Thrones fucking situation. Cockatoo is not a good faith interlocutor. Oh shit. Roasted cockatoo. Roasted, toasted, and burnt to a crisp right there. Dude, Siri's thick as shit, dude. Dude, she ain't my adopted daughter, so I don't, you know what I mean? I don't gotta feel bad about it. Geralt is not Ciri's actual dad, though. It's like a right. She's the daughter of a fucking emperor dork. Emperor, what's his name of the what's his name empire? Who let the dogs out? Who? Who? So a Woody Allen situation? Yeah. A Soon Yi. Pulling a Soon Yi. Not gonna lie, the girl they casted to play Yennefer in the Netflix show was not hot enough to be in. Oh shit. Well, I've never seen the Netflix show, so I can't really back that up. Paul, nice to see you streaming again. I don't get used to it. I just had something I wanted to ramble about tonight. I felt the itch and I followed the itch, you know. What are you gonna do? 40 plus musical loves lately. I mean, nothing new. Nothing new. I mean, I still kind of listen to the same stuff. I really haven't listened to a whole lot of music lately, and I think I need to work on that. I've always been a music guy. I've been on a dry spell with music lately. Yes, music can be very therapeutic. I agree. I feel like I kind of feel like dipping into some of my favorites from the past. I feel like some Meat Puppets Up on the Sun. That album is fucking unbelievable, dude. Such an important album to me when I was a teenager. I'm gonna dip back into that. It's funny that I don't like Nirvana for the same reason you don't like Alice in Chains. I mean, whatever. You don't gotta be right, you know. You're perfectly within your rights. I mean, that's one of the beauties of living in a place that has at least fucking the veneer of freedom of speech, right? You're allowed to be incredibly wrong about quite possibly the most influential band of my generation. In fact, I would say hands down the most influential band of my generation and one of the greatest fucking rock bands ever. You're perfectly, you know, within your rights to be completely wrong about that. Grunge is generally boring and I'm not sorry. Hey, dude, I may not agree with you, but I would defend to the death your right to say that. You know what? I'd rather you be a person that's like, I don't like Nirvana, than be one of these. Dude, you want to know what triggers me? Pavement is great. Pavement is fucking fantastic. What is that Pavement album that I had? I had a Pavement album that I just fucking listened to constantly on repeat for a while. Anyway, dude, here's something that really genuinely triggers me. Sets off my get off my lawn fucking reflex. When I see like young kids wearing Nirvana and then somebody asks them about it. And it's like, when I say young kids, I mean like, you know, fucking 15 to 25 or whatever the fuck. That's a young kid to me. Fucking wearing a Nirvana shirt and then somebody asks them about it and they don't know a fucking thing about Nirvana. They just wear it for the fucking like hipster points or whatever. Hipster points, hipster points. Yeah, dude, posers were a big fucking deal when I was a kid. I don't really think they are anymore. I think posers have just gotten like accepted. But man, dude, there are a few worse things than you could be when I was a fucking teenager than a fucking poser. You know, wearing a band shirt and you don't know anything about the fucking band. Making a movie reference and you've never seen the movie, dude. You had to be into shit if you were gonna say you were into shit. Posers still exist. Yeah, but aren't they like more accepted now? Like, isn't it like whatever, you know? I don't see a lot of posers getting called out. is what I'm saying. I know they still exist, trust me. I just don't think they get bullied like they used to. I think it's just like, oh yeah, whatever. I don't think they're really accepted though. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, dude. I'm not gonna claim that like I got my finger on the pulse or whatever. Like, but I just don't see him getting called out. You know, if you were a fucking poser, like here was another type of poser, somebody that like talked about like dressed like a skater and talked about skating all the time, but never couldn't stand a board. Like it was fine because like dressing in skate attire was fashionable. But if you try to like portray yourself like you were busting kick flips or whatever, and you couldn't even stand on a fucking board. You couldn't even like kick push. Dude, that'd get you roasted. No, like I wasn't a skater and I wore, skate shoes and baggy pants and hoodies and shit. That was all like skater style or whatever. But I wasn't going around going like, "Oh yeah, dude, I got some fucking sweet vert and did a fucking 360 the other day and actually stuck it, bro." Like I wasn't perpetrating. Yeah, dude, I landed a fucking goofy 720 Varia flip, dude. We actually got some friends a couple of towns over that I skate with. Like whatever, bro. I have a friend like that, Facebook profile, him dropping in, but can't even get around on one. Yeah. I think if I saw someone like that, I'd roll my eyes and just stop talking to them. Not even worth bullying someone like, dude, Ash, I bet there's fucking a bunch of fucking pseudo weebs out there. Weebs that are just weebs for the aesthetic. Like they know the name of a character and they fucking say, "Oh, that's my waifu," but they ain't never even seen the anime. I bet there's a hella big poser crowd in the fucking weeb community. I loved the 90s. Yeah, they were pretty fucking cool. Not gonna lie. Definitely had their downsides though. Whole lot more like open fucking homophobia amongst young people. Definitely had its downs. By a used body pillow. Gross. Dude, I'll still never forget those fucking naked Sephiroth body pillows that were kind of tucked in that back corner of that fucking weeb convention we went to. Oh, shit. Bro. You cannot unsee Sephiroth's dick, okay? You can't. It just can't be done, man. A raver now? Cool. Cool. You're a fucking glow stick twirler. Did he only have one ball? No, I think he had both his balls. The weeb gauntlet, you said, is there even one weeb worth anything athletically or something like that? I don't know what you're talking about, homie. Sorry. You may listen to Nirvana, but I hear Nirvana, man. Yeah, bro. I hear Nirvana, man. Not a regular DFF watcher, but I enjoyed the episode about Ukraine. Cool. Well, I hope things like that. I don't know if I want to do another fucking Ukraine one for a while at least, but maybe 5 years down the line when the fucking story is starting to change a little bit and people have got fatigue. Yeah, you know, I think it'd be cool for us to have. We just gotta vet them real well. I want somebody like Dylan that knows how to talk a little bit, knows how to present themselves, has some actual arguments and shit. I don't want to just have any old fucking dork. Well, I think I'm done. It's been real. It's been fun, but it hasn't been real fun. See you guys next time. Bye.